Hi everyone, hi Nick. Want to share with you the journal that I just finished. This is a massive hardcover journal. It is 2 signatures. It measures, there's the ruler. If you use the right end of the ruler, you can actually measure something. Looks like 8.5 by a little over 5.5, and it's got a 3-inch spine. Signatures are sewn in just with a little cotton packing thread that I have. I put a tassel on the spine with all sorts of really fluffy, pretty, kind of all tone-on-tone trims and things that I had kicking around. And I also added, this is a vintage key. It was one of my great-grandmother's, I think. It was a little heart charm. I put 4 on here. Maybe I only put 3. And this here, oops. I was a rainbow girl when I was a teenager, and it's my majority pin. You age out when you're, if you continue with it, you age out when you're 21. So that was my majority pin from when I was a rainbow girl. Oh, there it is, huh? And a jingle bell. I knew I put 4 on there. The cover is a piece of this gorgeous cotton tablecloth that Renee gave me. She told me it belonged to her great aunts, and it's kind of like a tapestry almost, but it's just very soft. It's a very soft cotton, and it's really pretty. I've had it for a little bit, and I've been waiting to find the right journal to use it on. The cover is one of my pieces of antique lace, and this is a Tim Holtz photograph, which I stitched around, and this is a piece of an old letter that I found when I was looking for something else. So I stitched the picture onto the letter. And these are some vintage buttons, and this is a Tim Holtz pocket watch. And I put in there pictures of 2 little children, and there's a little tiny vintage key in there that was also my great-grandmother's, I guess. And the closure is something different. It is a sweater, I don't know what you call them. When back in the 50s, 40s and 50s, when ladies used to wear a cardigan and they would put it over their shoulder, and this, you would hitch one side of the sweater to the other so it would kind of stay over your shoulders, or or stay closed. And this was my mother's, because I know it was because the charm on it says teak, and that was my father's fraternity when he was in college. So, and it just clips on like a front. It's on the front and back like a tie tack. So you can just leave it on one side and then unclip it. Let's see. The kit is the Precious Moments kit from Artie Mays, and it's kind of wedding, family, memories sort of a theme to it. So I tried to use some vintage things from my own family, and I also put a lot of vintage photographs of families or children in here. This paper here is from Our Family Tree collection, and then I just put some lace made a pocket, and some postcard from the kit that I just sewed together. And It's a vintage photograph. And some writing on the back. Everything is tea-dyed this time. Made just some ripped book page pockets, some Martha Stewart butterfly. Made some tags out of some scrap paper, and that is from the kit. We got Hobby Lobby and Walmart lace, which is all sewn on. Some sheet music of mine from when I was in high school. Made some doilies with those the Crazy 8 doily punches. This is some wallpaper, actually, it's a piece of leftover wallpaper. Lined paper. It's another little book page pocket. And I've folded it over so it makes a little tuck spot there. You can also tuck in under there if you wanted to. And some little ephemera there. You can also tuck in the pocket there, and that is from the kit. The Edith Holden book. Another vintage photograph on a fold-out. Made a belly band with some scrap paper, some sheet music. Oops, it came up. Needs to be stuck down. I'll get that in a minute. And a little wooden butterfly and tsunami rose. And this is a page from my brother's first lesson book. So he would have notes he took for the instructions before his first concert, which he's done hundreds and thousands probably of concerts since that day, but I included it because I just thought what he wrote down was just so 10-year-old. This is a lace handkerchief that was my grandmother's. I sewed it up to make a little pocket, put a vintage photograph in there, and I also included a straight pin if you wanted to pin something onto the handkerchief. It's one of the pictures that I did when I was in the hospital. Keep myself from going totally insane. Paper bag. Just a piece of scrap paper. When you're in the hospital for 6 months and they only let you out of your room for an hour a day for PT, which hurts, it's not very fun. So I did a lot of word searches and a lot of drawing, coloring. My mother used to paint, and this is some of her practice paper from when she was teaching herself how to make roses. It's another doily with just some scrap paper. That's a tag from the kit. This is a vintage photograph from the 1800s. A little pocket. There's a little tuck there. A little tag from the kit. And this ephemera. Stationery. It's a little flash card and some vintage ledger. Some altered paper clip. And this from Tsunami Rose. This all is just folded over and clipped on with that binder clip. And this little ephemera there that I found in my stash. That is Tsunami Rose, and that is from the kit. On this side, a big tag that I made from some scrap paper. This journaling card, and this little ticket. It's another little tuck that I made with some a little Tim Holtz journal card and a little piece of ephemera from my stash. And that is Tsunami Rose, and that I just punched out of some paper, leftover paper. Oops. And that is from the kit, and this big tag is just from some scrap paper left over. trying to use up stuff. This room looks like a bomb in it right now. Middle of the signature, I just tied them off in a bow. Another book page pocket. This large journal sheet. There's a tag. Just. Oh, come on. Alright, I get that after. And this little acetate piece tucks in there. And this also all comes, the doilies all come off. So yeah, that's a cupcake. Paper clip, and it's a tag that I made out of some scrap paper, and then this journal card. And on the back it's just a glassine envelope with a little Tim Holtz card inside. I got digging around in my stash the other day looking for something. Don't remember what I was looking for. Don't think I even found it, but I found a whole bunch of other stuff that I forgot I had from last summer before I moved. So it's like, okay, time to use this. Stop hoarding it. This envelope is from the kit. And journal sheet inside. And that is just under this belly band, which also flips open. And some vintage ledgers, some stationery. Another little pocket with a tag from the kit, and that's Tsunami Rose, and that is a vintage image I had in my stash for a while. I thought she was pretty. Some more of my mother's painting. It's a little girl here that I just out of my stash of vintage photographs. It's layered with some cheesecloth and a button, and it's just a piece of extra paper. Paper's starting to crackle again. The humidity must be going down. Finally, it has been torture here for the last several days. It's been really, really muggy. There's another book page pocket with some layering on it. Tag from some scrap. That's a ticket from the kit, and a postcard from the kit as well. That's the other half of the picture that I did. That's the other half of the handkerchief. More of my brother's notes. It's a glassine bag, and it's just attached on this side, so it will flip over so you can journal underneath. I threaded some embroidery thread through the lace. Mason jars from the kit, and in it is just a big tag out of some scrap paper. Fold out. That's a Tim Holtz journaling card I just made into a tuck spot with that's like a double layered butterfly there. There's a little bag that I found in my stash. You can tuck something in. It's a little wedding couple. That's Tsunami Rose, and it's another glassine envelope with, come on fingers, postcard in there. Another altered paper clip, and this tag that I found in my stash, and there's some vintage ration tickets, ration coupons. And this all comes off. It's paper clipped on this side, and there's a postcard from the kit and just a tag. And this is another embroidered handkerchief, and it's a little bit too wide for the book, but it's very soft, so you can just kind of tuck it in. And included another straight pin. It is folded up and sewn, so you can use it as a pocket. Just kind of tuck it back in there. They're just so pretty, I hate to cut them. There's another doily I made out of some sheet music. There's a dictionary. Another book page pocket with some layering. Tag from the kit. It's on a little paper bag. And that's a Tim Holtz. Fold out. This is Walmart. What did I do? Oh yeah, so the book page pocket is an inventory tag that I got from Denise's shop, along with this trim. And that's the tag from the kit, and these little ephemera. That's Ephemera's Vintage Garden, and that's just out of my stash. Some more of my mother's painting and some threads. One of the trifold time cards from Denise's shop, and I folded it, kind of accordion folded it, made a little pocket on the back for just a piece of scrap paper. It just tucks in that little pocket, and it's just paper clipped right there. That's another altered paper clip. With the corrugated heart, it comes with the backing on there, which I just picked off, and then I inked it with gathered twigs. Let's see, a flashcard and a ticket from the kit, and in the bag is another piece of stationery that Renee gave me. Another belly band. Envelope from the kit. I left this one empty, and this opens out. Vintage ledger, some vellum, no, parchment. It's another doily that I made. Calendar. Some of my brother's sheet music from his first lesson book, I think. Some more Edith Holden. It's another picture that I did in the hospital. Oops, I'm bumping the camera. It's another pocket. Let's put some trim on the bottom. Another tag from the kit. It's a tag that I made. That's from the kit, and that's from my stash. Some more of my brother's notes. The middle. It's another glassine bag. It's done in the same way. It's just hinged here, so you can journal behind. I stitched another smaller glassine bag onto it, so you can put something in there, which I didn't. And you can tuck back here, and a little ticket. This little girl, and it's just a little envelope. And in the bag is another large tag. Another book page pocket. Oh, another tag that I made. Some Tsunami Rose ephemera in the book pocket. And tucked in there is a little girl. And that is left over from my Titanic journal that I made a while ago. And that is Molly Brown. This all comes off. And just tucked up in there is Tsunami Rose, and that's from the kit. Can't remember where I got that one. On the other side is just some extra paper and this little list thing. Another little pocket with some trim, threaded with some ribbon. Tag from the kit. Journal sheet from Tsunami Rose. Another tag that I made. And another vintage photograph. There's another belly band. Some scrap sheet music and just some flowers and some buttons. And this is a small envelope from the kit with the journal sheet inside it. This little pocket made out of some dictionary page, some parchment paper, and a doily, and it's all sewn together. Behind here is just a large journal sheet, and tucked in there, that's the other mason jars from the kit. That's another tag from the kit. Some lined paper. Another paper bag, a ephemera that I made into a tag. It's just an extra sheet music of my brother's journal on the back of that. Another book page pocket with some layering. I found this in my flower drawer. It's like a double layered butterfly. And that's Tsunami Rose, and that's from the kit. And another little Tim Holtz tuck spot, I guess you'd call it. And that envelope is from the kit. In behind, and then in the front part, it's just these two here. That's Tim Holtz. Don't remember where I got that. I've had it forever. Another little fold out, and it's got the altar paper clip on it, so if you take the paper clip off, that folds out. Just tuck that behind. And another book page pocket. This from the kit, and this little one, and this photograph is glued on to the tuck spot. There's the other half of this hanky, which is now caught in the clip. There we go. Okay, we have one more little Tim Holtz tuck spot with some trim that I get from Denise's shop ages ago. And a couple of Prima flowers, a postcard from the kit, and a ticket from the kit. This tucks in that away. And on the back I did the same as the front. I made a pocket out of some of this really wide lace. This is another large journal sheet, and this is just some extra paper. So that is that great big sucker. Weighs a ton too. Okay, this will be listed in the shop, Pumpkin Patch Journals. You can pop on over there and check it out if you're interested. And as always, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. And I hope everyone has a great rest of their weekend. Nick, get the weekend to myself. I get to actually have the house to myself for 4 or 5 days. Nick is at his dad's right now, and then he's going to be spending a few days with my folks, so he won't be back until probably Wednesday afternoon. So hope you get some heavy duty crafting in, and I will see you next time. Bye.